Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is set to introduce many different twists and turns, as well as revelations in this film by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, what's really exciting about Episode 9 is that, yes, we do know that this film is going to be a revelation movie answering many of the burning questions from The Force Awakens, while also creating brand new questions at the very beginning of Episode 9 that will ultimately be answered at the very end of this movie by JJ, and that there will be a lot of connections to the prequels and the originals. Now, with that being said, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions, this is where things begin to get very exciting for Episode 9. Now, specifically, shot descriptions consisting of a sequence where it's explained that Kylo Ren and his Knights of Ren are traveling to an abandoned Imperial base, where it's said that Kylo and his Knights are in search for Palpatine's vault, that is said to contain many secrets that Sidious kept locked away for decades. It's explained that eventually Kylo Ren discovers of what's said to be a large hollow projector of Darth Maul, where Kylo activates the Darth Maul hologram. It's explained that the Maul hologram begins to reveal a big revelation involving the Wills, where it's explained that Maul reveals that it was the Wills themselves who created midichlorians, and that the Wills had the ability to create life. It's said that Palpatine's master Darth Plagueis learned the knowledge of the Wills from his master Nile Ren, and that this is where Nile Ren and Darth Plagueis learned the ability to create life. It's explained that Maul discovered this secret in one of the Dark Temples over in the Outer Rim, just near the Unknown Regions, and delivered the information to Palpatine since Sidious was looking for a pathway to eternal life. Now, for years, he knew the dark side energy would eventually cause his demise. Now, what's really exciting about Episode 9 is that we do know that this movie is, of course, going to drop in a lot of clues as to Palpatine's discovery of finding the pathway to eternal life. We're going to learn a lot more about that. In fact, Daisy Ridley just the other day over at D23 stated that Palpatine's return is going to be fully explained. It's not just like he's going to pop up and be there. We will know everything that there is, pretty much for the fans to know as to exactly how he comes back to life in The Rise of Skywalker and lived on. So, with that being said, this Darth Maul hologram of what Maul once knew about before the events of The Phantom Menace is a very interesting part of Episode 9 for sure. Is that, of course, we have a moment in which the hologram of Maul is explaining this to Kylo Ren and the Knights of Ren indirectly, revealing a secret about the Wills and how they held the ability to create life, and where even the godlike beings that had the ability to create the midichlorians within the actual galaxy itself. Now, this also connects to what we actually went over not too long ago, is that the Wills actually created the galaxy and the entire universe. So obviously it makes a lot of sense that they would also hold the ability to create the midichlorians, as well as creating life. Now, I don't know about you guys, but it really seems like that JJ's really trying to add in a different medium of the Star Wars franchise that fans have never seen before on the actual Star Wars movies and the Skywalker saga, which really is a big way to evolve Star Wars as a whole. In case you guys did not know, this movie is not only the end of the sequel trilogy, but they're also using it as a foundation to really introduce new Star Wars lore in order to really make it familiar with casual and new fans alike. This of course includes holocrons, they're trying to make that more well known in this movie. They're trying to make the netherworld of the Force known in different ways, as well as the Wills. Not a lot of fans out there specifically, know exactly what the Wills really are. And the Wills are these godlike beings. Sure, there's a handful of Star Wars fans out there. There's a lot of Star Wars fans who know what the Wills are. But the casual fans and the new fans haven't really heard about the Wills too much and what they really mean. In fact, George Lucas, his original idea of the sequel trilogy was going to focus primarily on the Wills and the Force itself and a different medium of the franchise. So Darth Maul, how he figured this all out over in one of the Dark Temples in the Outer Rim that actually resides just near the Unknown Regions. Alright, this information was eventually delivered over to Palpatine because he was looking for a way to find a road to eternal life, because he knew that the dark side energy would ultimately kill him. And you could see that they're trying to do that in the Skywalker saga. You can really see that If you look at Return of the Jedi, he looks more frail. If you look in Revenge of the Sith, they wanted to make him look a little bit more healthy, even as Palpatine, more full if you will, not as frail. And that's how he was in Episode 3. So the dark side was eating him away. This was yet another thing in Star Wars Legends, also known as the EU. That's one of the main reasons as to why he kept on dying. The dark side energy was destroying each and every clone that he hopped into. It was just too much to handle. So Palpatine, is going to be a core part of the plot. He's really going to be a main focus, and I cannot wait to see exactly what they're going to put together in Episode 9. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.